keeping you connected to our community. 11 Connects.
Hello, Southern Colorado, and welcome to 11 Connects. I'm your host, Ryan Nelson, and back on the show is the #1 real estate agent in all of Southern Colorado. From the Platinum Group, we have Marquesa Hobbs. How are you today?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm so happy to see you because not only do we get out of the studio and we see some of her beautiful properties that she has, but when she comes in studio, we learn a lot about what's going on in real estate. And there's a lot going on in the world, and it's affecting people who are buying homes, people who are selling homes. So where do we start today?
Oh, absolutely. There's so many ways we could go with this conversation. Just to start, as you know, it's a time of uncertainty in so many ways. You look at the macro level, the political climate, tariffs is a big thing. And it affects us in a lot of different ways. Possible recession. So all of these things start out macro, higher interest rates than we've had. And it causes a lot of uncertainty. And when people are uncertain, they pause.
Yes.
They freeze. They don't know what to do because they're afraid. So all that trickles down to us locally, and it of course affects us locally. But some things to remember here, Colorado Springs, Monument area, we're in a very unique market, largely because we have 5 military installations. We have a growing defense and tech sector, and we've showed a lot of innovation and resiliency through these last crazy cycles we have. So I was just going to tell you a couple of interesting things to know. So in Q1 of 2025, we saw a home appreciation of 2.26%. So that's pretty good when you look at how uncertain and scary the first quarter was. So home prices were still going up. With that, we also saw an increase in inventory. So what is a little more challenging about that is inventory is up about 40% from where it was a year ago. However, sales are only up 2%. So you look at just economic supply and demand, so we have more supply and less demand. So how that affects everything is home prices are going to start to soften just a little bit.
Wow, I know our online viewers are going to hit the replay button because that was a good gem. That stuff I didn't even know. Wow. Now what about sellers?
So sellers, if you're a seller right now, your buyer has more choices. There is more options. So you need to really do your homework, starting with partnering with a great realtor who really understands the market and is going to work with you to create a strategy. And you're going to need to do some extra work. Everything from getting your home ready, really decluttering, staging, having professional styling, staging, photos, all of those good things, and a strategy. And you're going to want to price it right. If the price is not compelling, it's not selling. And that does not mean value pricing, but you don't want to do this. I'm going to overprice because they're going to cut me off. Also, expect the buyer to ask for some concessions. It can be in a price reduction. It can be helping with closing costs or a rate buy down. Just be ready for that.
Wow, so you said if it's not compelling, it's not selling.
That's right.
I love that. See, we are talking to an expert, nothing but gems today. And I know there's people who are buyers, there's people who are sellers that are watching right now, and they're interested in wondering, how do I get in contact with Marquesa?
Yes, so all my information is on the screen right here. Also, I do want to make sure that our buyers know that if they're getting ready to buy a home, super important to get pre-approved. You want to have that in place. And take your time, know that you have more negotiation power, make the right choice. People talk about the interest rates. Interest rates, I just want to point out, the highest our interest rates have been in the country were 18%. Right now we're between 6 and 7%. This is a more stable, healthy market. And don't rush into a home if it's not the right home for you.
Wow, great facts. Marquesa, thank you so much for coming, for your time and the gems you just shared with all of Southern Colorado.
Thank you for having me.